Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? 1 of 1 back again. We are live with Satisfactory, and it would seem that the April Fool's stuff is still in there, hence the very, very, very large head of the offline player. Alright. And then, if I am not mistaken, the lizard doggos should also be ginormous. So I know that there's one down over here by the Rubites, so we'll go and say hi to him real quick. Is he not over here? I thought he was. Oh, lizard doggo. Viking veteran, welcome. No lizard doggo? Where'd he go? Should be easy to see. Especially if he's huge. Yeah, well, it's fine. Anyways, we're going to continue working on our factory. Big surprise there, right? Let's see. I'm just seeing what I can see for now. All right. Okay. See. Okay, so all of this, I believe, is set up and running. All of our crushed stone is now being collected, as it should. And it looks like it's not actually running right now, and that's probably because we have too much molten whatever and not enough things using it. Also, some things that I did while I was offline, because I knew that you guys would find it incredibly boring. I got some of the upgrades. As you can see, the industrial storage and miner module is now completed. So we'll go ahead and turn that in to start things off. Yeah, here you go. So we got a little bean over here. Quite literally, little bean here. Still bouncy though. Look at this guy. Boing. 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 Oh, that was loud. They still have, like, all of the normal sounds and stuff. It's just, you know, April Fools, so little things are changed here and there. Alright, so we shall hit the button. Gives us industrial storage, and we can now upgrade our miners, which is great. So let's make a bunch of that stuff. So steel mining head requires 5 of the little journey guys, plus some. Yeah, we're gonna need like a bunch of those. So for every one of these in here, it is set, I believe, to take out 120. And right now it's just 60. So once we upgrade these, they should be running at full capacity. Which is kind of insane because, like, it's already kind of insane. Alright, so we need to make a ridiculous amount of these things, but we're going to need some more iron rods, it would appear. Also, I have been clearing out storages that I've emptied. So, trying to save a little bit of space here, I guess. I'm fairly certain I don't have any iron rods, though, so we're going to have to make a bunch more. By hand, unfortunately. But yeah, you can see most of the stuff that's left here is like some weird copper stuff or some tin stuff that isn't really being used. Alright. So, we're going to go over here and get some more of our iron stuff set up. Do I have... No, I don't. Okay. Alright, so we'll take all of this, and all of that, and all of that, and all of that. We'll fill up some of this, because we want to. Alright, and then the rest of this we'll just make a bunch of rods out of. Alright, so, I hate to start off with some boring stuff, but we're going to start off with some boring stuff. So, unfortunately, kind of what we need to do in order to make all of the little miner guys that we need to make the steelheads. And let's see, how many nodes were there? A lot. What was it, like 13 or something? 26 lines, does that sound about right? I don't know if it was that many or that. I don't know. I mean, I can just count it, and that'll tell me how many lines we've got. Alright, so that'll give me another 200 rods. That should hopefully last us for a little while. Alright. So we have 1, 2... No, let's just count it this way. That'll be easier. Alright, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 18, 20, 22... Sorry, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be 13. 13 times 5 of those little miners is going to be 65 is how many we need to make. All right, and then we have all of that stuff coming in, which is good. This is already done already. Dude. It makes it so fast. All right. Alright, we're gonna need more plates too, so let's just make a bunch. And then I'm also gonna need, I think I have steel rods, so I can make some screws out of that. So that won't be too much of an issue. Probably gonna need a lot of screws though. Steel screws, that is. And those are here. Alright. And then I did get one other upgrade done, so we'll go and we'll turn that one in too. I just put in all the stuff and I switched the thing that we were going for, so that way all the stuff stays there. It just, you know, doesn't go up until we want it to. Charles says, evening, your last vid of Vulcan, and it seemed your audio was low. I don't know if it was you speaking softly or a program hardware issue. It was probably me being like way over here or like way over here with regards to the microphone instead of being like right here, because that does make a little bit of a difference. So I also don't want to like max out the audio, which is, yeah. So if I'm talking like right here, it's constantly in the red. So I'm trying not to do that. So what I do is I put the mic facing a little bit away from me, right? And then it keeps it kind of like in the mostly green, a little bit of the yellow, and it's usually pretty good. But yeah, so it's, I don't think it's a hardware issue. I think it's just a location issue with me talking into the mic. And plus, you know, like the further back I am, of course, then I don't know if you guys can still hear me as clearly here versus like if I'm way up here. So it's just, it depends on how I'm sitting in the chair and where the mic is situated. And like if it's turned more away from me, you guys could probably tell that the volume is going away. So right now I'm kind of like behind the mic, and it's not really picking up all that well. And then if I turn it back towards me a little bit more, then a little louder, a little louder, a little louder, until it's right here again. So pretty sure it's just the mic.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fixit freighter re-entry complete.
Well, that's lovely. What was the other thing that I got done? Should I just get the trucks done? Okay, hang on. I think it was something in here. Not that. Not that. Not that. Pipeline engineering. Not that either. Oh, hovering. All right. There we go. So now I can make a little hover pack, which will be nice. Okay, so I have to make a ridiculous number of these things. And I still don't have enough to make what I need, which means I need to make more of the iron rods. Okay. For me, I don't know others, when you're in the red, for me, the audio is very clear. So when I'm in the red, that means that I'm maxing out the gain. And then if I go any higher above that, it'll start clipping off the top notes of the audio, whatever line thing, whatever. and then it'll come out very kind of garbled. So just to give you an example, right? So like if I'm talking right here, like the entire time, like it's constantly in the red, but I'm guessing it's probably not very clear to you guys, right? So I try to find a nice balance. Most people say that this is pretty good, so, you know, you're one of the few exceptions who says that it's not. All right, now we need more rods. And then also the if the microphone is directly in front of me, right, then when I'm breathing, the mic picks that up. So I put it off to the side too. So I could maybe turn it a little bit towards me, and then maybe that'll be a little bit louder. I don't know. But as long as you can hear what I'm saying, it should be fine. And technically, you don't even need to hear what I'm saying, because like I'm just gaming. It's not like I'm talking about anything super important or critical. Viking says it's definitely better when closer to the red. Really? Okay. Alright, so I'm slowly increasing the gain as I go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's really, it's a lot of gain right now. And it's like, wow, I'm actually nearly topping out the red right now. Gain 3 to 4, okay. I think that was probably around here, which is still in the red, which I'm not too happy about, but whatever. If it works, it works, I guess. And then if it clips off the top notes, well, I tried. Also, Vicky G. I'm assuming you're talking about Viking. How do you feel about that name, Viking? You want to be called Vicky G? Alright, so that is 65 of those. Alright, so I need 26, so 13 of these things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so more steel screws. Let's get that going. Oh, no, not that. Steel screws. That's over here. Charles says, to me, perfect. Okay. Oh, we'll keep it here. If people say that it's coming in unclear, then I'll just lower it again. It's fine. Let's see. Where do we want to go? What am I trying to make? I'm trying to make... that was my phone. I'm trying to make screws. Steel screws, specifically. Oh, I already made them all. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Let's go. We need to get more steel. Yeah, gain is up a little bit from where it was before. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Alright, so we've got some of this. Good. And then I need some of this so I can make some more bars. This is all the way full. So I'll empty that out. That should get the steel going up again. Alright. Eventually, I will get to the point to where I won't have to worry about the steam either, because it'll just be taken care of. Alright, so 390 steel beams. That is a lot of steel beams. Wow. That's going to take a lot of stacks of iron to make that. That's no good. Whatever, it's fine. Looks like the pod is on the return. On se retrouve. At least I think that's what it is. Or is it retourner? I don't know. My French is terrible. Let's see. I need screws. Right. So let's get our screws where they need to be. There we go. Alright, now, I just need a ridiculous amount of steel beams. Alright. I did not forget Badikath Care, Charles. That is among those that I have called out. So it's True Anana Shabbat Pressure, Badikath Care, Naxnal Rescent. I think there's another one in there somewhere, but those are the three that are the most popular, I think. And if you guys are listening to me saying like words that don't make any sense because they're not actually words, those are words said by our wonderful, amazing Commander-in-Chief, who is completely cognizant and aware of where he is, and he's an excellent president, and he was legitimately put into office too, because it would be crazy if he wasn't. And that would make me a conspiracy theorist if I didn't think that. You know, not to mention the, I mean, I should say not to mention, but not counting the, what was that, by the Times? Wrote an article about the shadow campaign to save, I don't remember if it was our election or our democracy or something like that. So, yeah. Oh, and there was this one speech that he did, and he was saying there is one word that describes Americans, and then he went off into this like I can't even repeat like whatever it was that he said, but it was like just like a bunch of like muttering, and I'm like, and I'm like, what? What word is that? How does that describe Americans? But no, our fearless leader, legitimately elected, absolutely. 100% my favorite president ever. Giving us the best economy ever. Ever. And he did wonders to bring the inflation down. And, you know, to bring the national debt down as well. Did wonderful things for those. Yup. Yup. Yep. Viking, I did read your comment. However, I will not say it because we all know that YouTube is completely fair and unbiased in their censoring. So, yeah. For that reason, I shall not read it. Because YouTube is completely unbiased in their censoring of content. Yeah. The only thing that I've got going for me, actually, is the fact that the bots that do all of the, I don't know, what do you want to call it, reviewing, I don't think they can pick up on context. And they most certainly can't pick up on tone. So if you're ever worried about that kind of thing, just make sure your your tone and your context reflects properly what you were trying to say, even if your words actually don't. Not that I'm saying any words that don't reflect what I actually mean. That would be crazy. Charles, that does not surprise me. Viking says, yeah, YouTube is rough. Yep. But this is where the people are, so this is where I am. Now, Rumble actually took a dive in the stocks today. So did the new stock, DJT. That one took a huge freaking hit today. Dude, I don't even know where it ended up at. I looked at it this morning and I'm like, okay. And yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting. Okay. Am I done with all of this steel beam stuff? Like, can I be like upgrading things yet? Now, can I, please? We're still not there yet. I think we're gonna need like a whole other one more set. But it's fine, we'll get there. Alright, one more. One more, and then we can upgrade all of our miners. Was that a Times piece? The Shadow Campaign to Save Our Democracy. Was that Times or was that something else? I don't remember. Are you guys familiar with that? Actually, I think it's still available online. You should just look up Shadow Campaign to Save Our Democracy or something like that. Now, what I find most interesting is that America actually isn't a democracy. I mean, we have democratic, institutions, but we are not a democracy. We're a republic. That's why it's the Republic of the United States, not the... I don't know. Charles says, yes, it was New York Times. Okay. So it's like, whenever these people are saying, we have to do this to save our democracy, or this person is a threat to our democracy, you have to realize that they have no idea what they're talking about, because America is not a democracy, it's a republic. Now, if they were to say it is a threat to our republic, or something like that, then you could possibly maybe believe what they're saying a little bit more, because at least they know the actual structure of our country. But for all these people who say, we have to save our democracy, it's like, we're not a democracy, dude. Like, what? You're trying to save something that isn't us. It's just kind of annoying. Alright, so now that I have all of the things to do all of the things, we're going to do the things. And then, yeah. Sliding downstairs because that is what we do. Grab some nuts because they're tasty. I like little pistachios. Alright, so. Steel head. Good. So, we're going to grab this thing. And I believe we just swap that out. Swap that out. And then swap that out, and swap that out. Should be another one over here. Yep. Where's this one? Yep, there we go. Should be another 3 on the other side of this rock. There's 1, 2, 3. Alright, then we're going to get the rubite over here. Can I actually get that from over here? I can't tell. There we go. Okay, so there is that rubite. And then we've got, let's see. It's going to be the 2 coppers, sapphirite, whatever you want to call it, over here. So that is that. And then the other one is here. Okay. And I think we have just the 2 left. Yeah. Charles says he's about to make a joke. Okay. All right, there we go. So that is all of those things now upgraded, and they should all be putting out 60 on each line. There you go, 60, 60, so that's 120 out of here. Good. Okay, so now that that's all upgraded, let's pick another thing to try to accomplish here. I could do the trucks. Just get tier 3 just done. It's going to require all of my screws though, which I don't want to give you all of my screws. Let's see, do we have lead sheet? Lead sheet, there we go. Should be enough. Then I have to make a bunch of these things too, which is probably not going to be very fun. And I have to make a ridiculous number of those too. 250 of the reinforced plates to make this thing. It's ridiculous. Okay. And Charles, if you made your joke already, YouTube probably removed it because I am not seeing it. All right, and then all of our coal is gone. Okay. So we could probably go and get some more coal, get our steel going again. But I'm going to need to put in more of these solidifiers and coolers, so that'll be fun. I need to make, what is it, 8 of these things? I think. Yeah, 8. And then this one is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, okay. And I think over there might be 9, because I'm taking one of those out for the crushed iron so that I can make brass. So if we've got... Sir, I need you to change that. There we go. Alright, and then the other thing that I have to do is make some of the concrete out of all of this using up the slag. Cold slag, that is. Okay, looks like we got a lot of sulfur. Cold slag's already maxed out. Okay. So, start mixing all of that in here to make some concrete. That'd be good, right? Okay, so now if we're assuming that this is a full T3 line, then I'm thinking what we have to do. Oh, and I need reinforced plates for that. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, let's make some more. Okay. And then also let's refill all of our iron stuff. And I have to make all the iron go somewhere too, so that'll be fun. All right, that is not what I need. This takes that. This takes that and that. That takes that and that. All right. Okay, so a ridiculous amount of reinforced plates is what we need right now. Also a ridiculous amount of plate. So that'd be fun. Not really, but you know, whatever. Okay, so that's all that. Lovely. Need a bunch of these. I know, it's your favorite part. Auto crafting everything. You know what? While I'm waiting, I'm gonna get a drink. Probably should not be drinking this right now, but we have, because it's pretty much the only drink I have available apart from water right now, energy drink. It's a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyways. Because reasons. First sip. Always good. And then once we figure out how much space I need for all of these coolers, solidifiers, coolers, whatever thing, then I have to figure out any additional... Oh, and then I have to be careful. Okay, so how am I going to get the cold slag over to... Huh. I don't know how that's going to work. Because I don't think I can just, like, pull the iron out. Because I'm going to have the steam pipe in the way. Charles hasn't said anything in a minute. I wonder if his, if YouTube kicked him because of his joke. Alright, are we almost done with all of this? Dude, I can't wait until we actually start building, like, the under part of all of this. That way I can just have all this stuff just made, and I don't have to do it myself. But I gotta keep it going. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Alright, that should be good for now, I think. Alright, so we're gonna have the crushed stone over here. And then this is gonna go to other places. Let's see, we're gonna want... Well, first off, let's throw a splitter on here. Now, is that placed in a good place? Not really. Kind of want this to be like on the edge here, so we'll move it here. Hopefully that'll be enough. Nope. Okay. Alright, fine. We'll put it here. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Alright, next thing. Oh, Charles says, no, it was the kids. Aha. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's where that other connection goes. And then we need our assembler. Assembler. Nope, gotta move it out one more. Assembler. There we go. And then this will make our slag cement, which is going to take cold slag and crushed stone. So if I have 3 of these set up, that'll use up 1 full 270 line of our crushed stone. But I need more rotors. All right. Okay, so Charles' joke was juvenile, but that's all right. All right, last one goes here. All right, and then we're gonna need another splitter. All right, splitter goes like here, and then that one probably won't need it. Okay, so if we're taking in 90, it's gonna be a Mark II belt. So that's gotta go into there, and then 270 minus 90 is 180. Okay, so we're still gonna need a Mark III belt to go between here, and then a Mark II belt to go here. All right, and then that can go there, that can go there, and that is where we have to bring up our cold slag, and that can just be little Mark I belts. Oh, that's got to go this way and into there and into here. Okay. And then we're going to need some amount of power over here somewhere. And then these do not daisy chain, unfortunately. So just got to set them up properly. All right. Now, I need to get... all right, and then these have to be set up for slag cement. There we go. All right, so that is going full speed. All right, that should work. All right. Next, our slag. We've got to get that from over here somehow. And then I'll just put one of these here, or am I going to need this space? No, I think I'll be okay. All right, so that, we're going to have 45, 45, 45. That's going to be 135, which is a Mark III belt. All right. All right, so now I have to go over to there somehow without getting in the way of the steam here. Now, I wonder, can I bring that closer, perhaps on the other side of the steam, before I drop it down? So if I... no. So the steam is running, or sorry, the water is running down here in the middle, because of course it is. And I have no way of getting it through here. Okay. Charles says, as for juvenile, today's my birthday, so I don't care. Well, happy birthday. I didn't say you were juvenile, I said the joke was juvenile. There's a difference. Alright, so if our water is going through there... Okay, so I don't... What is the proper way to do this here? I could run it back this way and then kind of like run it up and over, but then that's where the water comes down, I think. No, that's steam right there. Is that steam? That looks like steam. Or is that iron? That's... What is that? No, that's molten iron. Okay. So that is just a little bugged right there, apparently. Alright. So, how to get this thing... Oh, also, the other thing, I forgot, I unlocked the hover pack. Let's see if we can get that thing running. It's going to require 100 megawatts to operate, I believe. So, hover pack requires rotor blades, 100 lead frames, 500 steel screws, and smart plating, 150 of them. So what you're saying is you don't actually want me to make these things because that is a lot of parts. that is part of the game, I guess. I wonder, can I bring the water up temporarily somewhere? Because I think the water's under here, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't want to have just like pipes popping out of nowhere, but that would be a way to get that down here and across here without having to go like under this. Now, I know that I could go just under it. It would be super, super easy, but I'm trying to make everything kind of like one-dimensional, laid out like a circuit board because, you know, reasons. It is an additional challenge that I'm assigning myself. Okay, so then if I wanted to do that, it would just have to be for enough space to get a belt on the other side of it. So, if we do that, put that in the middle there, belt can go through here, and that can go right back down there. And then this can go there. We'll do horizontal to vertical, make it nice and easy looking. So that'll be our water. Okay. Now I just need to figure out how to get that to actually connect. Which I think should be fairly easy, to be honest. So that comes out, this comes out. And then that goes into there. And then that goes into there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. Also, Charles, if it's your birthday today, why are you like watching videos on YouTube? I mean, I know that you can do like whatever you want on your birthday, but I mean, most people are out, you know, celebrating or something. Okay, so all of this just so that way I could let this belt go through the gap. Insane. All right, so then we'll run this over to, I don't know, see if that's gonna run there. We want this to be probably even here, so we'll go 1, 2, and then run this over to here. All right, so I'm gonna have to remember that that's there. So that's our cold slag, okay. I need to get some sort of a splitter or something. Charles says it's Monday. Okay. And that's an issue, why? Are you not allowed to party on Mondays? All right, so we're gonna run this here. Equispaced, equally spaced, however you want to call it, with this. Now, of course, this one probably does not need to be there. Oh, I can't do that, can I? Or can I? Hang on a sec. I have an idea. Could be a dumb idea. Could be a good idea. I don't know yet. Charles says, as for celebration, for me, it was grilling a 20-pound turkey. That is a big turkey, dude. And then if this is properly spaced, like I really, really hope that it is. Ooh, big storage. What I should be able to do is put a splitter down here. And then this It just needs a little Mark 1 conveyor here. And of course that is not aligned because why would it be? Charles says, I don't drink and drive, and at the moment I'm 6 to 9 shots deep of whiskey. Well, that is very responsible of you, sir. I applaud your sense of responsibility. Okay, so then if I did that... do another splitter here. Except that one needs to be faced the other way. Now, I don't know if this part is going to work. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. If I put this in the middle here... Right, so like, quite literally right there. Can I get a Mark III lift to go there? Answer, yes. Yes, I can. All right. So then that would go into here. Now, I don't know how much slag I'm making, so I should probably check that. I'm using 135 for what I've got set up so far. We've got 50 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 250. I don't think we're making the full 250 though. So then, on top of having these 3, I'm going to need another 3 on top of that, or another 2 at least. And then I'm going to have to tap into that to go and feed these other 2. Okay. And then we're out of concrete. Like all the way out of concrete. Okay. Well, let's just get the slag going in here first. And then we'll use that to make what we need. Okay, I don't like that. I mean, I like that it connects, right? But I would much rather have it be tight to this rather than tight to that. I think it just looks better. All right, so that allows us to go kind of up and over and then also to split everything in a somewhat manageable way. And then I have to connect the cold slag up to that single point. All right, so cold slag is here. And this is going to run a while. Okay, so that goes this way. Is that where that is? Okay, 1, 2. Seems about right. All right, and then Mark III. Good to go. All right, that goes into there. Okay, so that should be our cold slag up there making our first little bits of concrete. There we go. We are making our concrete. Excellent. That's just gonna make 60 per minute? Dude. Alright, it's fine. Okay, so 550, 250. Okay, so then if I'm taking off 45, that's still gonna be 200, which is still gonna be a Mark III belt. Okay. So that goes there. And then that goes there. Excellent. All right. Then we need another splitter. Okay, so now if we have our 250 and we're splitting off 90, that gives us 160, which is still a Mark III belt. Okay. And then this gets to go there. Alright, so that will now do what we need there. We should be using all of our crushed stone from this. We'll just need to bring the next one over. Okay, so 45 times 3 is 135. If we got 250, that means we're about halfway done. That'll give us 115, I believe. Yeah, so that'll be a Mark II belt after this. And then, so probably another 3 of these things then, guessing. And we have concrete. We have lots of concrete. Yes. All right. Good. Next. Assembler. And yeah, we're gonna need more foundations here. But hey, I don't have to worry about making concrete anymore, so that's amazing. All right. Then we're gonna need another one of these things over here to connect over to here. Okay, that is already connected. Good. Slag cement. Good. All right. Okay, so we're gonna need another splitter over here. And then I want the input to be on this side. I think that is proper. And then 90 is going to be Mark II belt there. All right. We're going to need another splitter here. That one has to go that way. All right. Now from here, Mark II belt. But I need more conveyors now. Okay. Alright, we can make a bunch. Good. Alright. Should be enough to keep us going. Alright, so Mark II belt going here. Mark I belt going here. Okay, so there is our cold slag. We need a Mark III belt out here, and we need brass plates. We need all of the things. Okay. That's fine. We'll get more brass. That, I believe, is bronze, which I do not need. I will take the brass, though. Okay, brass plate. Brass plate. There we go. Gonna need a lot of it. Jeopardy song. Alright, so there's that. Yeah, we need some of these. Just make them until the brass, or sorry, the bronze runs out. Alright, so that should be enough to keep us going here. Alright, so Mark III, that is. Okay, so that is on the line there. 1, 2, and there. Okay, so that is now also making concrete. We have a lot. Makes me happy. Alright. And this is like official production too. Like this is going to stay here for a while. Okay, so we've taken 45, 90, 135, 180 off of that. So that's going to be another 2 assemblers that we're going to need. And that should be every bit of the cold slag. And probably a little over it too, which is fine. So I'll do 1 more here. And I need another reinforced plate. Okay, reinforced plate. Good. Let's see what was made over here. Take that. You need iron. 1 and 2 and 3. And also, I believe this is full, so let's just empty that out. Keep the iron flowing. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. Wonderful. All right. So now that the concrete is taken care of, I don't need this anymore. That, however, does need to stay there because it's taking off that. But then again, I'm not making copper pipe anymore either. So we'll take that, that, and that all out. Good. That does not need to be there either. Alright, sweet. Okay, progress. We like progress. Progress is good. Progress for the sake of progress is not. Alright, so that will give us our last little assembler here, and I believe that is going to be all that we need to use up all of our cold slag in all of our stuff. Alright, good to go. Next. Now this is going to be 90, 90, and 90, so that's our full 270 belt. Okay, so that's fine. We're just going to need 1 more splitter then. I believe that is... Nope, that's got to go there. Alright. Okay, so 270, that's going to be 180. So still Mark III belt. And then Mark II belt to go over here. Alright. And Mark II belt to go into here. Good. Alright. No, these are not going to be running all the time because it's going to depend on our crushed ore, which we are not going to have a lot of. And then whatever is left over in here, so let's say that these are all kind of chucking through. And remember, like as we're producing all of this stuff here, it should all be going onto this line until this line is full, and then it'll go onto this line until this line is full, and then it'll go onto this line until that line is full, and then the rest will go there. So I think I've got enough set up to run everything, and it should be more than enough to handle everything as well. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to need a splitter here. 2, 3. Alright. So that is going to be... Okay, so if we're taking off 45, 45, 45... So it's going to be from 250. That'll be 215... 170, 135, and then this one should be, I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter too much, because 135 is what, 345s, right? So if, okay, so We have 6. 6 times 45. 240 plus 30, 270. Okay, yeah. So we should be fine. Should be more than enough. All right, so conveyor pole. Would like to put you here. And to go there. Now this one, of course, can just be a Mark 1 belt. This one probably can be a Mark 2 belt, which it is. So if we're assuming 45, right, then 90. So that's got to be Mark 2, and then 135 is Mark 3. Yeah, okay. And then we get to see if this likes that. Apparently it does. Good. All right. So that should be all of our slag now being used. And then also 2 sets of our crushed stone also being used. So that's good. And the rest of this will become sand, which will become glass, or whatever else we need to use the crushed stone for. So that's fun. We have a lot of concrete going through now, so that's good. All right, so concrete, one less thing to worry about. And then again, for like whatever, like if this overflows for whatever reason, we're actually taking care of it with these. Now, I don't necessarily need to leave these things lying connected. I could just kind of just run this through because that should take care of all of it. But, you know, I've already got it set up, so might as well leave it. And then, so if we've got 6 of these and they all output 60 concrete each, that'll be 360 concrete, which is more than a Mark III belt can handle. I can do 3 sets or 2 sets of 180. Could work. Put them into even more containers. Or, you know, move them wherever I need to move them. I do know that the encased steel beams are going to need concrete, so that'll be something. And then also, a crusher, what does that need? Say I put a crusher in here, right? And I want to crush the stone into sand. It's going to take 60 per minute. Okay, assuming that I have 2 full things, or 2 full 270 belts, which I probably am not going to have, but for the sake of argument, that'll be 9 crushers to crush all the rest of that. All right, so solidifiers and coolers. Let's get some more of these things in. All right, that'll make our iron, and then we need to grab this. Okay. And then we'll need our water here. Nope. Here. All right, and then that can go into here. All right. I don't know why that didn't want to work the other way, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, so now this can go here. All right, so that will be that. Needs some power, so we'll get that daisy chained in. We'll need our water set up. We're also going to need some bronze beams. Sorry, bronze beams to make the bronze frames. So that'll be the next thing to do. Bronze beams. There we go. Make a bunch of them. We're going to need them. Each of those solidifiers and coolers requires 5 bronze beams. We have a bunch to make. All right, how we doing? Doing all right? Okay, so that is all done. Now for the bronze frames. Luckily I have a large amount of screws. Okay, now how many iron have I built so far? 5, which means we need 4 more at least. No, because iron is 8, right? Yeah, 8. Okay, so then if we have built 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're only going to need 3 more. Okay. So let's get those in here real quick. One. 2. Now I need cable. Okay. I don't have cable being made right now. It's awkward. How much copper wire do I have? I can make a bunch. Alright, Gino says happy birthday. Gino, you will want to be directing that towards Charles because today actually is his birthday. But happy birthday to you too. Alright, so that'll be good there. Now we just need a ridiculous amount of cables. I figured 200 is a good number. There we go. So then Gino switches it up. Says, "Oh no, Merry Halloween, Charles. Hope you have a great day." Merry Halloween, huh? All right. All right. That gets to go here, gets to go there, gets to go there. And this gets to make some more iron. This also gets to make some more iron. All right, and then Gino says, "Ha, got you with a tongue twister." Yes, you did, sir. Well played. Well played. Alright, so that should be good, and then I need to get all of our water connections in here. So that'll go there, that'll go there. Alright, you can go to there. Alright. And then this should be the last that I need. So then this one is actually going to be a 90. Alright, and that will be it for our iron. Once we have our water hooked up, it will be 100% completely done. Alright, so that is that. Good. Alright. Let's see what we can do about the water underneath. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna need this to go into here. Yep, that'll go there, and then there, and then there. All right. Ooh, no, don't do noodle. We want horizontal to vertical, because it makes it look nicer. There we go, and okay, why do you not want to go onto that end, sir? And then also, why do you Try this again. Good to go. Gino says Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter, so Betty bought a better butter, and it was better than the butter Betty bought before. Sorry, I had to read that. I don't think I've heard that one before. You want me to try to read it faster and see if I can get myself tongue-tied? I probably will, let's be honest. But now that I've read it once, Betty bought... Hold on, gotta go faster. Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter, so Betty bought a better butter, and it was better than the Betty... Yep, see, messed it up. But it was better than the butter Betty bought before. Huh. I think I did alright. It's a lot of... It's a lot of that. A lot of bees. Sir? There we go. Okay, so that should be our water. And that is our iron now done. Good. And then that should also be a lot of steam going in here. I'll empty that out for now. Alright, so then we're also going to have to process all of the steam too. Oh geez, he's got another one. Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, Silly Sally shooed shilly-shallied south. These sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Shilly-shallied? Is that a verb? Like what? How does one shilly-shally? I'm very curious. I must know. Alright, so that should be good there. I shouldn't have to worry about iron anymore. We are going to have to put the magnesium in here somewhere, probably. But for now, because I know that it doesn't actually do anything. So that's our carbon dioxide. That also has to be done. Put somewhere, I guess. So that will allow more of the cold stuff. Okay. Gino says, I just googled some hard tongue twisters for you, but you make it so easy. Well, I appreciate that. Let me log into of the YouTubes. Let me see if it like just shows up on my homepage. I do not show up. Okay, so that means that YouTube is hiding me. Hold on, let's refresh it. Let's refresh it. Maybe it'll show up. Nope. Still not. Nope. How about now? No? Still no? Okay. If I go to 0, 1 of 1, does that make it show up? Now it shows up. First one watching. Okay. So, let's pause this. Alright. So, I'm going to write a Spanish one. El oto... Let's see. Is it 2 T's? I think. Otorino laringologo de parangari kutirimi quara se quiere que de sotorino laringologo parangari kutirimi quarezar. Okay, these are all actual full Spanish words, like completely legit. Porque si no sé de sotorino laringologo parangari kutirimi quarezar. Ellos se van a de sotorino laringologo parangari kutirimi quarezar. Alright, so that was fun. So all of that, right? So an otorhinolaryngologo is it's an eyes, ears, nose, throat doctor, right? So in English, it would be an otorhinolaryngologist or something like that. And then, so el otorrino de Parangaricutiri-Micuara. So Parangaricutiri-Micuara is a city in Mexico. I think it's pretty close to Mexico City. So it's just got a really long name. And then si quiere que, so he wants to. Des, which means don't or stop or no. So stop, otorrinolaryngologo Parangaricutiri-Micuarazar. So basically you just take the doctor and the place, you put them together, and he wants to stop being a doctor in that place, right? Then porque si no se, if he doesn't, des otorrinolaryngologo Parangaricutiri-Micuarazar. So if he doesn't, and actually that should be Cuarazara. So I missed the A with a little accent thing at the end of there. So if he doesn't stop being a doctor there, ellos se van a, so they are going to make him stop being a doctor there. So des otorrinolaryngologo Parangaricutiri-Micuarazar. And then Gino says, other languages look like they just have some kid hitting random keys on the keyboard. Well, I mean, if you look up Parangaricutiri-Micuara, that's actually a city. Like, it's legit a city. And then otorrinolaryngologo, that's also like an actual thing. So even in America, we have otorrinolaryngologists or whatever. It's just eyes, ears, nose, throat is what they concern themselves with. Gino says, a tutor who tooted the flute tried to teach two young tutors to toot. Said the two, sorry, it's covered up by the heart. Said the two to the two. Oh, said the two to the tutor, it is harder to toot or to tutor two tutors to toot. That one is a little easy. A little easier anyways. Gino says, I believe you. It's crazy how long some words can be. There's also this city over in... Well, it's over in England, but specifically Wales. On the north end, almost to Scotland, there's like a little bay right there. So I think it's on the south shore of the bay there. And the name of that city, town, area, I cannot say that one. That's just way too difficult. Gino says, if you must cross a course, cross cow across a crowded cow crossing, cross the cross. Is that crossing? It's blocked by the heart again. Cross the crossing course cow across the crowded cow crossing carefully. If you must cross a course cross cow across a crowded cow crossing, cross the cross course. Nope, there we go. Messed up. Cross the cross course cow across the crowded cow crossing carefully. Huh. Okay. So if you're gonna make a cow mad, do it carefully, basically. Especially if you're in a place with a lot of other, mad cows. That's kind of what I'm getting out of that one. Well, excuse me. How exactly does that happen? What? How did it go behind me, dude? It's just rude. You're supposed to go this way. And then once you're done going this way, you need to go that way. Alright, whatever. Gino says, you make tongue twisters seem so easy. I think it's just because of the way my brain works. Like, I'm reading ahead of what I'm saying, right? So it's like I'm reading this and it's like, okay, I got to say these words in order. And then it's like my brain says, okay, mouth, you got to say these words. Gino says, have you made any spaghetti yet? It's very organized spaghetti. But, I mean, I suppose the most spaghetti that we've got here is we've got two belts on top of a pipe right here. So that's a little spaghettified, I guess. Or if you want to look at this, like this is very, very organized spaghetti. Of course, if it's very organized, it's probably not spaghetti though, right? Gino says, I want to see Let's Game It Out kind of spaghetti. That will probably not happen. So, sorry to burst your little bubble there, buddy. You could probably make a tongue twister out of that. Burst bubble buddy. And then, of course, there's rubber baby buggy bumpers. And you just have to say it like a bunch of times really, really fast. Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers. All right. What was I doing? I was over here doing something, right? Yeah, so that's all the iron. Iron is now doing its thing. All the iron is ironing. Gino says, can you can a canned can into an uncanned can like a canner can a can into a uncanned can? I mean, I would assume that the canner can the can much better than I can a can. Especially if you're canning a can into an uncanned can, you know? Like, that's... The only way that I can uncan a can that's already been canned is if I open it and then take out whatever's inside. Because then it would be an uncanned can. It's still a can, right? But it's just, it's not canned because it's, you know, open. So... okay, so... Gino said, I had trouble with that one and my girl laughing at me. Nice. Have you tried the rubber baby buggy bumpers yet? Shout out to Okami Plays. She's lurking. Well, hello, Okami Plays. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. If you would like to join the conversation, I'm sure we don't bite too badly. All right, so what do we want to do? So I need to have like 5 of these things, 6 of these things, 5 of these things for the magnesium. Once we get to the point where we can actually do something with magnesium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So can I fit 6 of these in the area that I've left myself? Gino says, don't lie, you bite. Into food, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Okay, so the 6th one is way back there. So this would have to run out farther that way. Bradford, welcome, says, hello, only megabytes. Absolutely. Gino says, are you going to catapult any animals like Let's Game It Out yet? Why do you want me to do like what Let's Game It Out has already done? I want to do like new stuff. Something no one's ever done before. Okami Plays, there we go, says Merry Christmas. So Okami Plays, are you Gino's girl, I guess? Gino says, I just want to see cruelty. Why do you want... Wow, dude. Those poor animals. Okay, so next thing we got to do is get everything over here set up. So let's go ahead and extend this out all the way. We'll just keep it going, I guess. How much plate do I have? A fair amount, actually. Okami Plays putting out the double skull emojis. Uh-oh. So, Okami Plays, is Gino alright? Like, is there a reason, like, have you ever asked him why he wants to see, like, cruelty in games? I mean, it seems a little sus to me. You watch Okami's gonna be like, no, I want to see it too. She says, no, he's not all right. Well, at least you got an honest one, Gino. Good on you, sir. There we go. Okay, so part of this has to be redone, unfortunately. So this is what, tin? Okay. And then I think this was also tin, so we'll take that out because, well, technically we could have left that in there, but that is not where it needs to be. And then, is that water over here? I don't know. We'll take that out. And then that is the tin over there too. Okay, so we'll take that out. Take that out, take that out. And then the tin is going to have to run probably on top of the copper until we no longer need it. Gino says, I'm perfectly fine and normal. Okami Plays says, don't lie. She's got your number, man. She's got you. Alright, so we're going to need 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So then that should mean we can put this here. And then if we're going from the middle here... Okay, so let me see if I can get this to work the way that I'm envisioning it in my head. And of course that doesn't go up high enough. Okay. Well, then we just make it go high enough. I mean, that is the way to do things, right? If it doesn't work the first time, just make it. Alright, that can go there. Alright. And now this, we can probably take this part out. Put that there. Nope, that is not it. That to go here. That's noodle, horizontal to vertical. It's not exactly the way I want, but you know what? It's close enough. I will take it. Okay, so then that will get all of this to run. Wow, so that's how that got set up? Okay. That will go there. I think that's kind of okay. Sort of, maybe, kind of. Let's see. Gino says, she's the sweet, innocent one, and I'm the opposite. Opposites attract. That they do. So, for me, the woman that I was attempting to date, and failed spectacularly, by the way, she's more of like the free spirit, sort of gypsy-esque kind of vibe, right? And then me, I'm more like the stable, solid, unmoving stone type of guy. Like, you always know it's going to be there. You always know that you can lean up against it. You always know that it's not going to move. It's just sturdy, it's there, it's solid, always, right? So that's me. And then she's gypsy, right? So apparently gypsies like rocks for a certain amount of time, and then they lose interest in the rocks. So I don't know. You live and you learn, right? Okay, so that's going to be 3, 5. But some of that copper is going over here, so how much copper does that leave me? Okay, so we have 30 copper going in here. We have 25 copper going in there. Okay, so we're using up 55 of our copper. Gino says, you'll be surprised how me and Okami Plays met. Were you making fun of her? And then, you know, just kind of making fun of her turned into flirting with her, and then, you know, things happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if I've got 5 of these, so that's going to be 150 of that. And actually, it's probably going to be less than that. It's going to be 125. And if we take the 55 off of that we're using, it's going to be 180. Okay, so then 180 is going to be 6 of these things. And I'm going to need more reinforced plates. Gino says, I met her on her YouTube live, and I think I rizzed her up enough over time, and I asked her out on one of her lives expecting a no, but she surprised me and said yes. Wow. So your relationship now, is it like a long distance type of thing, or is it like you guys are actually like together? I'm curious to know if and how that works. Hopefully it does. Alright, so I need reinforced plates, which is going to require iron plates. I'm also going to need probably more of the brass here. And then we'll grab some more of the bronze too, because why not? Yeah, I don't know, like whenever I'm like watching people live, I try not to like bug them too much or get too personal, because I don't know, it's just way too easy to get shot down, I guess. But Gino says, yeah, long distance thing for now. I'm trying to convince her to come to Australia. She said maybe in a few years. Oh, Gino says I bug everyone. Nice. Okami, question for you. Do you have a passport right now? Because that's going to be the first thing you need. And if you do not, it'll take you about 6 months to get one. Well, if you're in America. I don't know if you're in America or not, but if you are in America, about 6 months. And I think mine was actually a little bit faster than that, but... Alright, I need to get more of this stuff. Okay. Also, I'm going to need more plate, so I'm going to need more iron. Alright. Okami says, yes, I'm in America. Okay, and then the passports, you don't have to... If you're uncomfortable saying whether you have a passport or not, you don't have to say, but if you do have one, that's your first step. Aha. I see. Interesting. Now I'm curious about the age of my viewers. I mean, most of the people who watch my stuff are all like my age or older. So it's interesting. Alright. But I mean, I'm kind of old, I suppose. Alright, and then we're going to need bronze frames, lots of them. Oh, well, I will have to watch my language then. And Gino, how old are you? Like, are you... I could have sworn that you were like my age or something. Maybe I'm just mistaken and you're like, I don't know, way younger than I am, like half my age. Alright. But, Gino, in her defense, though, that is a completely valid reason to wait to go to Australia, so absolutely. Oh, you guys are both like little babies, little babies. How old do you think I am? Just based off of my voice and my, I don't know, playing of games, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I believe that's going to be all that I need for that. Gino says she's got more subs than you. I would not doubt that. Most women do. I'm guessing you're about 20 to 25. Okami Place says 25. Bradford says 37. Any other guesses in the chat? Give it a couple minutes here. As soon as I tell you, you're gonna be like, why am I watching this? It's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna laugh. I'll be sad, but you know, I'm still gonna laugh because it'll be funny. Gino says, with all of the happy birthdays, maybe 90? I mean, I'm not quite that old, but... So, let me help you guys get into an age range here, right? So, a little bit about me, okay? As most of you probably already know, I was in the Marine Corps. I spent 4 years. Well, okay, so technically you sign an 8-year contract with the Marine Corps, right? 4 of those years are active, 4 of those years are inactive. So in those 4 years, you have to be like on the bases, doing the things, whatever. So I did my 4, got out. I was still inactive, so I still had a contract that was active, just not actively in the Marine Corps. I was going to college. And then about halfway through my college, I got this lovely package from the Marine Corps saying that I was going to be recalled. And of course, this is really going to help you guys out. Am I built like a tank? I wouldn't classify myself as being built like a tank, but I am bigger than a lot of people. So I got more guesses here. So Gino says 50 question mark. Okami Place says 40 question mark. Okay, so when I got recalled, this was when Operation Iraqi Freedom was in full swing. So this is the Iraq War, right? So had to go to Iraq. I spent the deployment I think was about 9 months, and I think I spent 7 months in country. So I went there. I didn't have to shoot anyone or anything like that. I worked in a command center. I got very, 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 very lucky. Iraq War was like 10 years. I mean, kind of. So this was after Fallujah, a couple years after Fallujah. Okay, so hang on. Now, after I got out of the Marine Corps, I came back home, whatever, finished off my college. So I have 3 degrees. They're just 2-year degrees, so it's nothing special or anything. So I have 3 degrees. And actually, I'm just 3 classes short of a 4th degree, too. So I might have to go back and get that one of these days. And then I got my first job at this little place where they make water fluid metering type stuff. And then after that job, I got another. Did I go to Vietnam too? I'm not that old. Gino's funny. After that, I went to a different company where I worked for 2 to 3 years. After that, I went to another company where I worked for a year. And then after that, I worked at my current company, and I just passed my 8-year reunion at this company. So, with all of that, would you like to attempt to refine your guesses, or are you happy with where you are right now? Gino asks, are you a dinosaur? Yes, I'm a T-Rex. And funny thing about that, if you look up on X, formerly known as Twitter, and you look up T_Rex_stories, that is my little Twitter/X page. I do like little comics, just little fun things. And they're all T-Rex inspired too. Hence the... Okami Plays says, just so you know, Gino is older than time. Nice. There we go. So that is all of our water hooked up. All right. So then... okay, how much of the tin am I going to have then? If I need this many for just the copper... Gino says, we have dinosaurs in Australia. That would not surprise me at all. Also, why is this piece of pipe missing? That should be there. Okay, good to go. Gino says, would you fist fight a kangaroo or a cassowary? I believe a cassowary is a bird. And I've seen some of those kangaroos you got there. They're probably buffer than I am, so I don't think I want to fight either of them. One's got claws or talons, the other one can probably knock me out. Plus, it has a really, really, really strong tail. So I don't know how I would... Oh, wait, no, that's a zinc. Okay, wait. No. Okay, so if this is... I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 150. So I should need, like, less than this, right? So, and then I'm using 55 over there, so I'm only going to need 3 of these things. Okay, so then this will be the end of the copper, I believe. So that will go there. Now, unfortunately, that's going to limit what I can make with the copper. Gino says you should look at what a cassowary looks like. All right. Cassowary. Oh, it is a bird. Okay. Oh, that looks like an emu or an ostrich. But, definitely dinosaur-like. Let's see. Okami Play says, them kangaroos be buff boys. And then Gino says, I want to see you try playing the world's hardest game called Dwarf Fortress. Yes, you have requested it several times. I recall. So, have you guys given up on guessing the age then? Oh, wow, that is way off. How did that just spin around again? Let's see. A cassowary is just like a velociraptor, but with feathers. Yeah, so I think I would... If I had to fist fight one of those things, I would probably fist fight the kangaroo and just get knocked out. Gino says, I'm gonna guess 60 to 70. Okami, are you sticking with your previous estimate of 40? Why does this seem like it's off? It's not off, but it seems like it's off. And then also this could probably get changed to here. Good. That is not where that has to be. Well, since Okami is being silent, I'm going to guess that she's okay. Okay, so Okami is going to stick with 40. Gino says 60 to 70. The winner goes to Okami. I am going to be 40 this year. Alright, so once we've got that, let's see, we want to go to here. But it's got to be like in the same order as this. Okay, so it's kind of like right in the middle. I think I can do that, right? Gino says, it's always entertaining when I come bug ya. Okami Plays says, yeah. Gino says, congratulations, Okami. Bradford says, you're still younger than me. True. But then again, I'm also younger than a lot of the people who tune into my content. So there's that. All right. So, but age is just a number. Never ever let it define who and what you are. So you got me, relatively successful person, I suppose. And I still play games because I like games. Games are fun. They keep me entertained. And they're entertaining for other people too. Gino says, what are you going to do for your 40th birthday? Will you be going live? I have not even thought that far forward right now. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That can go there. If somehow I am still able to stream at that time, given, you know, that I haven't given up streaming or whatever, or having a complete and total mental breakdown for whatever reason, because that's what a lot of YouTubers go through apparently. I don't know. I mean, I don't really celebrate my birthday anyways, so... Okami Place says, I'm younger. Yes. Yes, you are. Gino says, if you go live, I'll purposely forget to say happy birthday. No, you'll say happy Halloween or something, right? Alright, so now that I've got the tin here, how much of the tin do I have? I've got 6. Eee. So I'm gonna need another 6 of these things? Dude. It's too much, man. It's too much. Gino says, Merry St. Patrick's Valentine's Day for your birthday. Gotcha. Alright then. As long as it makes sense. Alright, so next thing, we are going to connect up this to this. Now, did that automatically connect that? It did not. So, let's go ahead and grab this power, connect it to that power, connect it to that power. And that goes to... Oh, you're connected over there? Yeah, well, there we go. Good. Alright. Now, this needs copper. It's already set on copper. Okay, good. This needs to be set on copper. This one is already set. And then this one needs to be set onto copper as well. Good to go. Alright. And then this one also copper? No, this one is tin. Okay. Tin ingot. There we go. Good. Am I using the tin for anything? I think I am using the tin for the bronze, right? Let's see. Gino says, did your Space Engineers World die? I noticed you stopped playing it. Yes and no. It's still there. It's still active. But I think I had built too big. And so the engine, the Space Engineers engine, the thing that runs the game, was having a really hard time keeping up. So I don't think it was like my own equipment, because, you know, my computer's fairly beefy. And that only requires 10 tin? Dude. But yeah, so I stopped it for now until Space Engineers gets like an update or something that allows us to build that big. Because, I mean, you gotta admit, what I was building was pretty huge. And then it's actually 8:45, so we've gone a little beyond our hour and a half. But we had a good conversation, so that's always good. Alright, so now I need to figure out how much tin I'm actually making. And then I have to subtract 10 from it. So if we've got 6 tin, that's going to be 180, so 170. We're going to need another 6 of these things. That's insane. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3. What am I going to do with all this tin, man? And then we have just, what, 3 plus the 6. No, that actually makes sense. There should be 9. So I guess that's fine. See, Gino says, would you sponsor me a half-decent PC? My PC can't even run Avorion. Define half-decent. And then how would I get it to you? Gino says, I ate all the tin. Okay. Hopefully it was tasty. We'll empty that out. Alright. So, I think what we're going to do now is end the stream. I have work tomorrow, unfortunately, so gotta go and do the thing that actually pays the bills. This is just for fun. I mean, granted, it does make money, just not very much, and certainly not enough to pay my bills, so. Alright, so that is going to be it for the stream. I would like to thank you all for joining. Okami, welcome. I think you are the first female that I have noticed that has watched my screen, or watched my my videos. or my stream. Gino says, well, my PC has 2 gigabytes of RAM and takes a century loading Windows. It sounds like you're going to need a whole new everything. Motherboard, CPU. Okami Play says, haha. Okay. So, that is going to be it for the stream. Thank you guys all for joining me. I do appreciate it. And for those of you watching in the future, thank you for watching. I do appreciate that as well. And if you like what you saw, come back tomorrow. We'll do it again. Same time, same place, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time from Freedomland. But for now, and until then...